My first thoughts on the Obsoeltist is the Obsoeltist comes across like a true-to-life paranoid schizophrenic. Again, he contacted me in mid 2015 and wanted to do some interviews with me. And off the gate, I was just like, I'm not gonna do interviews with some little bitch in England, some little old biatch in England, a little bitch. Fuck that little bitch. Fuck that little bitch. I don't do no interviews, with no little bitch. What do I look like doing some interviews with some little bitch like that? And so he contacted me, wanted to do interviews with me, and I was just like, I'm straight, man. Get the fuck on. And so he just jumped on my nuts and he just started riding my nuts. He won't let my nuts go. The Obsoeltist stays on my nuts. Talking about, I wonder what time Jamil wakes up in the morning, and I wonder how many pairs of clothes Jamil got and stuff. He probably type a little paranoid, schizophrenic little bitch. Probably try to find out what schools I went to and go back and try to find out who is Jamil's best friend in the 4th grade. How many baseball cards did Jamil have and all this little bitch. and so I heard the Obsoeltist was in prison. I heard the Obsoeltist was in prison in England. And he had to wash everybody's drawers and iron everybody's drawers, and he was in England doing everything. He was in the joint, and they were like, they saw the Obsoeltist in the shower naked, and some big white skinhead dude saw the Obsoeltist naked, and he was like, the Obsoeltist looked just like a bitch. The Obsoeltist got his head. It got all over the prison in England, all over the prison in England. They were at the prison in England talking about. He got his head just like a bitch. The Obsoeltist sucks dick just like a bitch. They were in the warden's office. Even the ward was laughing at this shit. When the ward heard the convicts talking about the warden started laughing. He got his head just like a bitch. And one time, so one day the Obsoeltist, this is what I heard about him. One day he was on the yard one day in a joint. And they were like, look, man, iron my clothes, you little bitch. And the Obsoeltist kind of got mouthy with him. The Obsoeltist was like, mate, I've been ironing your clothes for the last 300 days. He was like, stop acting like a bitch and iron my clothes, right? And the Obsoeltist started talking smack. So one of the dudes went up to Obsoeltist, this bitch slapped his ass and got him down on the ground and started face fucking him in the middle of the yard and blowing the back of the Obsoelist's throat out. And that's why the Obsoelist can't come on. That's why the Obsoelist got that little snarl to his throat, and he can't come on YouTube. He can't show his face on YouTube because they got a hit out on him in England. All those ex-convicts that were fucking him in the joint, they got a hit out on him. And the Obsoeltist is so mentally disturbed, he was dressed up like a woman in prison. He convinced himself he was a woman, and he was trying to get pregnant from all the inmates and stuff. Like, he thought he was going to get pregnant in prison. And the Obsoeltist thought he was gonna get pregnant in prison, and they just started beating the shit. Like one day the Obsoeltist was in the chow hall in prison talking about, I need some extra food for my baby. Let me get some ramen noodles. So I could. And one day just started slap. One of the people said, hold up, bitch, you didn't even wash my socks last night. Just started slapping the fuck out of the Obsoeltist all over the joint. Obsoelitist is a little bitch.